skipped a step on this one. Forgot to press record. I chose this class for the rot weapon and the flexibility of it being the vagabond. Have decent all-rounder stats. The talisman decision basically came down to this or a golden seed. So here we are. Didn't really miss too much. I actually didn't even deliberate for that long. Sometimes that goes on for kind of a few minutes. That was like maybe one. I'm gonna get smacked by one of these guys. Who's the third boss? Bowls? What is Bowls? Oh, a giant. Okay. Oh, that didn't one-shot me. That has to be such an early game avatar to not one-shot me? There's no way. White beam, blue beam. One stone sword key. If there had been two, I would have gone down. This is a good time to mention that I feel like I'm starting to kind of run out of time before the DLC is gonna come out. So as much as I've sort of well, how do I put this? If I see an obvious easy rune farm, I'm not gonna like only soft use it. I'm gonna live up to my disclaimer at the beginning and just sort of be as exploitative as possible, basically. Because the alternative essentially is not getting to play the DLC all the time. Because the DLC will no doubt, in order to install it and get it, it will brick the mod. I could buy that almost, and then go right down. Get all the free runes from Charles running over things. So yeah, essentially my choice is starting to boil down to like being extremely patient, relying on the fact that I can easily cut and fast forward for you to, you know, if I catch a boss on the branch like Moog and he's giving me 76,000 per reset, I will probably sit there for like hours and just like 99 my vigor and whatever. Because it's starting to boil down to being basically do that or commit to the run and don't play the DLC. Put the run on hold for the whole DLC, which is shaping up to be like almost Elden Ring 2 in size. It's practically the same cost. And also, you know, forego the opportunity to record my first playthrough of that and put it up, which I think would be fun. I have to consider that now, as I am using so much of my time, you know, deliberately doing commentary and recording. It would be weird to just like ignore one of the most major releases in my sphere and things that I pay attention to, you know, probably the most major release for years. Seems strange. I might also do like, is this the guy that's been following me forever? I was wondering why my stamina was draining that entire time.
summon them, the spirit. Forgive mine.
I think this is doable. How much do I block? 78. I'm letting that pacing wolf turn around. Crouch up to this guy and R2 him. Okay. Not a late game wolf. Deathroot. Nice. Crab. Bat. Ant. Stone digger trolls. Nothing here looks too scary, except I don't see as many enemies as I think should be there, which could mean Black Knife Assassin. Memory Stone. Gravity Stone Fan. Who's up here waiting for me? That flower aggroing could be bad, but I think I'll know if it has before I start the dialogue. That is a completely useless item. Not exactly going to be invading people anytime soon. Oh, no, I just jumped, lady, because it's the interact button. But it also isn't. Radon's lion armor. I stay medium load. Lot tank here. Sure. Perfectly willing to accept better armor that doesn't make my roll worse. I got the difficult one. Jar right. I don't think that's a good summon. Well, that was pretty lame. Gold beam, orange beam. Pretty lame. I got 128 runes somewhere. 10 times that and I can go get whatever that thing Kale had was that I wanted. Which I don't remember. Fashion, but I have a good chest right now. Somber 2, Spear Talisman. Counterattacks unique to thrusting weapons. I think I'm hearing combat music. It's this dude. Yeah, this dude aggroed. You know what? I can't afford anything from him anyway. Nothing I need to bend over backwards to try to acquire. I don't need to fight him for any of that. Looks too risky. Now, oh, that's bad. That's a bad enemy type to be right there. Can I land on that tree? Twinned armor. It's probably worse than Radon's. Yeah. Lighter and weaker. I want to say that this one, number 27, is the beginning of chapter 2 of this run, where I have a much more tryhard mentality. And get it done. But I don't know. I sort of ADD out and forget how painful it is to lose a run 2 hours in sometimes. It just kind of happens. So no promises. But I gotta remind myself that this is not live. The moment to moment instantaneous things that I'm doing or choosing to do over do something else, this could be bad. Okay. Those things don't need to be like optimized for entertainment value in the slightest, actually. And my priority is and should be just beat the run. Most entertaining thing I could do would be to succeed, right? And then at any cost, well, you know, I broke down the rules and my philosophy on them previous episodes. Just abide by that. Don't change the rules. Beat the run without changing the rules. Done deal. You know, there it is. And also, you know, if that isn't entertaining, well, maybe something else I do will be. Maybe not. That's okay. You know, the nature of this process is mostly my goal is to share. And if sharing is entertaining, then cool. If not, well, fine. Also cool. Less cool. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Less cool. But still, cool. You know, whatever.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenny Fight, servant to the true order and celebrating repudiation.
I guess part of it would be to kind of just document it. Have proof that it's been done. Have the video exist that says, you know, here it is, here's the proof. And I like the format too, because I personally often find myself watching something like a world record run and feeling no suspense or sort of intrigue in the process. Like the first time you watch a world record of a run, like of a game where you've never watched a speed run of it before, you're like, oh, okay, what are the cool tricks? What are the things that they do? Oh wow, they skipped this whole section, or oh, they do this, or whatever. But if you've already seen one, is Blessing's boon a heal? Blessing. Yes, gradually restoring HP. Cool, gotta heal if I get access to... Anyway, if you've already seen a speedrun, then watching the new world record without there being some massive new trick is like the same thing with a few micro changes to it. But the critical thing is like, you hit a point watching it where you're like, I kind of know how this ends. I sort of have the spoiler. The title says world record and there's a timestamp. I know he doesn't make any mistakes for the rest of this, you know. I watched Super Mario 64 speedrunner and sort of content creator individuals simply watch Bubsia's most recent 16-star world record. Blindfolded 16-star. And you know, there were multiple times when he's like, oh no, don't screw this up, or is he gonna get it? And I'm like, bro, it's a world record. You kind of already know. he does, you know. It's cool to see from like it's impressive, but like we know what happens here. And it's the same thing with like, here's the YouTube video of like, here's the no hit run success, right? You're gonna watch hours of like the Happy Hob doing every Dark Souls game without getting hit or whatever. Watch hours of that to see every game, and you're hoping to catch the moments where it's close. I mean, in Hobbs' case, he's just extremely entertaining, so you could kind of watch him do anything. But, you know, to somebody that's less entertaining, that's relying on sort of the feat of the success, it's like the video is just at the gate spoiled. Like, this is the run where I beat the game without dying. Am I gonna die? Ooh, tune in. Make sure you watch the video to find out if I die or not. Like, well, you already know, because, you know, I called the video, I beat this game without dying or whatever, and so it's like, you know, you can almost skip to the end if you want to see me celebrate the success, or you can cut all the bosses if you want to see the whatever you perceive to be the harder parts of the run being done. Am I dead? I just got comboed. Whereas in this format, you don't know if I'm going to die like that randomly.